Alright guys, what's up? Just gonna give it a little boat tour today because I haven't made a video in weeks, I don't think. And worked all winter on this boat, got it for very cheap, pretty much got it given to me. And it's came a long way. At first it ran and everything, but there was, I don't know, man. There was just so much wrong with it, so much work to be done. And this winter so far, we have put a new winch on it, completely redone the trailer. We stripped the stickers off of it, launched the boat into a pond and painted the trailer, painted the wheels. We rewired the whole lining and or rewired the what do you call it? But it was used to around zip ties on the outside, and it looked very bad. Zip ties looked trashy, so just got them put it inside the frame rails. And here's what the front of the boat looks like. The biggest thing that we really done this year was extended the deck, because I'll show you guys a picture of it. But basically from here back just did not exist. It was like little seats right here, one over there, this big compartment right here. It was just an open spot to walk in. So it was like a fishing ski boat, really. But we done all that to it, and I still got to it's actually still not finished. Got to put that down, and somebody that I fish with a lot, they got one of those recessed trolling motor pedals, trays I mean, and it goes down in the boat. You have to cut out some of the the actual floor, and it makes the trolling motor pedal flush, so your feet don't have to be uneven when you're fishing. But I finally got these bolted down a little bit better. It don't look the best, but at least they won't fly off. Another thing, we got some new stickers. My Uncle Kim got me hooked up for free, and they look pretty good right now. And I also got those on the trailer and the registration numbers. And I got just a few brands right there that I like. And got this measuring board, golden rule, for Christmas. I used to just have literally a measuring tape, and I hear it's a lot easier just to stick the fish's nose right there and measure that a lot better. And what else have we got on the outside? I mean, nothing crazy going on. I finally got these like boat buckles. That'll be a lot better than having to ratchet strap it every time you load the boat up and unload it. And I also had to do these little heck, I don't even know what those are called. Had to get the wheel off and that little fender off and redo the wood and carpet on them, and still don't look the best, but whatever. But outside we also got a moonlight for summer nights, fishing a little bit. Got this big light. It's pretty nice. I like that a lot. It's pretty cheap. Got it at Walmart, but I can swivel it around. I did have a remote that I could just click it on, but it got water in it, so it don't work now. So all I gotta do is plug it up like this. And got this huge 12-inch graph. No, I'm joking. But hopefully this summer I'll get me a decent graph and maybe a new trolling motor. Find one on Facebook for a few $100, hopefully. And that's pretty much it for the outside. I'm gonna hop in the boat and get you guys a better look at all the compartments and where I got my stuff. Alright guys, we're gonna start from the back, but all that is right there, of course, is just my cover and my motor cover. This boat's got it's a Johnson 150 GT on it. It runs pretty good, and it's a 1990 model boat, so it's pretty old, but I think it's in good condition for how cheap I got it. So here's the first compartment, and in here it's a little bit messy. I tried to pressure wash a little bit, but with that gas, all that stuff just comes right back. But I got my two trolling motor batteries over here hooked up, and then I got my big it's a cat battery for my cranking. It's like, I don't even know, but my uncle got me that for free, so there's that compartment. It was really a pain to take all that off. I also painted on the bottom of all these cabinets right here because it was used to just real rusty and had all kinds of glue on it. But I mean, they're not perfect, but it took a lot of work, especially with all these rivets, man. 6 or 8 on each side of them. What I really need to get is a battery charger. I had one picked out. Haven't got the chance to buy it yet, because switching batteries is a real pain, especially if you're fishing someplace else back-to-back days. But in this compartment right here, I got my life jacket. Also got that for Christmas. Sweet life jacket. And I got my bibs. I got 2 sets for me and Brody. One's for more of cold weather, and other one's for just kind of rainy. It's real thin. And this compartment don't have anything in that. I need to get me a like one of those trays that I just had in that one for this compartment, so I can actually put stuff in it. But that one's pretty much empty. Here is my live wells. Hold on. I got these Colin tags this year too. I really needed those. And got that little coil keeper too. It's nice. And here's my other live well. And that's pretty much it for the back. But man, it took all winter to do all of these you know, cabinets and doors, painting them and taking all the little latches off. It took a while, and especially because it was my first time. I've never done anything like that, but I'd say it turned out pretty good. And for the middle of the boat where I sit at, this place right here was actually kind of like rotted out because there's no support directly under this drain. Support right where my foot is there, and the middle of it just gets real, like, got real soggy or something. It was real bad, but we got that real solid. Got the drain plugged back in, and Mike just showed up to the party. But anyway, that's the floor. The floor actually took a little while too, because you know, it's such a big piece. There was a lot to cut, and there's still a lot of little spots that I cut too short or too big. But the floor turned out pretty good. And then I got my new steering wheel right there. And I don't know if I got a picture of the old one, but my old one was literally just a piece of plastic, man. You could just about rip it off of the console. And my steering cables was also bad because there was only one when I got the boat. And I had no idea about that, but my uncle, he looked at it. He drove the boat. He said that was pretty dangerous. So we ran new steering cables to the main back. And it's another just one steering cable, but it's got like a thing where you turn the wheel right, it'll stay that way. It won't jerk you left if you're not holding pressure. But tore into these this little panel right here, man, and absolutely ruined one of these lights. I think it's my navigation light. But getting ready to order a new panel, but I finally got it figured out. Got those right. This seat really needs some work right here, but this one's pretty solid. I might get a new seat. I gotta get new bumpers for this side because it's scratching it to crap. But here, got my boating license, registration, whatever, and got some stuff for the cold weather that's just super useful, man. Got these notebooks for writing down what time of the year I caught fish, and what I caught them on, and the weather and stuff. So I'm hopefully going to start doing that this year at the beginning when I start fishing, but see how that goes. So on to the front right here, we got a little compartment right here. If I need to paint up any jigs or anything while I'm fishing, I got these. Got some extra toilet paper. And something I really don't like about this boat, but I can't complain, is the rod lockers, because it is, like how I was saying it was made, is it only opens in this one compartment, not all the way up there. So it's exposed back here. So I mean, the rods really don't rock out and come back here in this area. But I don't know, It's nothing to worry about, honestly, but I'll show you the rod locker. I've only got my bait casters in here because I got to get some line on my spinning reels. But there's some of my bait casters. Got them in there. It goes back enough to where you can hold about an 8-foot rod, I'd say. But here's my favorite compartment. Hopefully I'm going to get me some, I forgot what you call it, gas shocks for this door so it can stay open. Maybe a big stretchy net right there so I can keep some baits in it. Because I'm afraid when I'm closing it like this, it's weakening that little hinge right there. But here you go, Mike, hold the camera. So right here I've got all my baits. Half of my baits are ruined right now. Not really, just the bag is, because they was held in a big like plastic container, like a little tote box, and it got the stringer. It was like a little trout stringer. It was metal and there was water in it. Got rust all over them, so I'm trying to clean them up. Look like that right there, all over like about this many bags here in the house. But I got all my soft plastics in this. It's called a Bass Mafia bag. I think they call these money bags, but it's also got a big, like heavy duty, like basically like a zipper bag zipper. So that's nice. I got this Connect scale for Christmas, and it connects to your phone. If you cull a fish and you have 5 already in the live well, it'll tell you which one to switch out. And right here I got my jerkbait box, and a lot of those were given to me too, but I don't know, I'm not much of a jerkbait guy. I need to learn more about it. But here's some spooks. A few of them hooks are rusty on them at least. I mean, I love throwing those. One of my favorite baits is these evergreens. But these have really nice hooks on them. But man, I've caught so many fish and at least set the hook on stuff. These are super dull. That's my favorite color right there. And here's a little line box I got. I like that pretty good. But the way to go with line, I like throwing P-line. And it's 60 bucks, but man, it's a 3,000 yard spool. And I'm telling you what, dude, I swear I've used that for one whole year and re-spooled all my bait casters 2 or 3 times a piece, and I ain't even heard it looks like. And got a few chatterbaits. Thinking about ordering an actual chatterbait box. So expensive. Them planos are like 30 and 40 bucks. But I'm not a big chatterbait fisherman. I'm watching a lot of videos on them, trying to get better. Here's some terminal tackle. Also need to expand on it. I got quite a bit of stuff that I'll never use, and some stuff that I need more of too. Here's a frog box. I love throwing frogs, but out of all these frogs, dude, this thing right here, well, this is one of my favorites. And these, I think they're either Booyah or Strike King frogs, man. But it seems like every frog I throw in here won't get half as many bites as these. They're cheap. They're like 5 or 6 bucks, and they're like a little silvery white on the belly with a little yellow spot up there at the head. And I think the black is really what does it, because I really don't know why, but out of every frog I've ever caught, I'd say 80 or 90% of the fish came off these two. And same goes for Brody. We've caught a lot of those frogs. But here's some poppers, some torpedoes, and a lot of people where we fish at throw these little torpedoes, and they quit selling the color that they like, and man, those catch fish, dude. Here's a few jigs. I've made a few of them, but not too many, and my uncle has poured a lot of them, and I don't know, I can't really catch fish on jigs, man, I'll be honest. I'm not good with them. Here's a little like weight bait and glide bait box. Half these are Brody's, half of mine, pretty much. All this tackle. And these are actually only $5 a piece, man. And they have some of the best action I've ever seen. Plan on running those over the beds this, well, I heard that post spawn, after the bass get off the beds, the bluegills run up. And those bass are hungry or something like that, and they like to eat them bluegills, and that's the time to throw those. But I've heard the pre-spawn's better, and I don't know what, but this right here is the crankbait box, one of them. I love throwing crankbaits. Love throwing them in the fall. I'm excited to throw them on the spring. A lot of them Spro Little Johns. We don't have any square bills, but we've got a lot of DT8s and DT6s. And this is one of my favorite colors right here. It's just a simple, like a shad design. And good hooks on them, I think. I think they're pretty good. It's a DT6. And I think what does the trick, because Brody actually had one that looks exactly like this. He lost it. Looks something kind of like this, but his belly wasn't yellow. And I would catch like 3 and 4 times more fish with him with the same bait, and we would switch, and he would catch so many off this. And I think it's on that yellow belly, but that was in the fall, about November, December, something like that. But definitely catch a lot of fish on these. And something I like to do, like on these crankbaits that don't have a dot on them, those shad have little dots, and bluegills also do. Like on the back of their ear, they have like a little black dot, and I think we catch more fish when you put a little black dot on them, because I don't know, maybe it's in my head, but I think you catch more fish with the black dot. But we've got some craw patterns. Some of these I found, but I'm gonna try to start fishing these shad wraps a lot better this year. And these 2 colors I've heard is really good. Kind of stuck in there, but here's another little box of crankbaits. But definitely the most tackle we got is in crankbaits. This box has a lot of like Strike Kings and whatnot. And here's just an old box worth of some water ploppers and just old baits in them. A lot of those are Brody's. But other than that, I mean, I don't even know what I got over here. This box right here, it's just like, you know, got a flashlight, some tools to help hooks out of fish's mouth, some real magic. Here's the permanent marker that I always use to draw them little black dots on them crankbaits. And I got these little lights right here from the dollar store for like $2. And I thought I got some little sticky pads for them, but apparently I didn't. I think I left them warm. I'm gonna put those in there and hopefully get a few more of them. But other than that, man, ain't got much in here. That's just a few little elk minnows. Try and get better at tight lining this year, because a lot of people catch stuff on that. But there's the drain plug that's missing, because I put it back there. And I got my navigation lights right here, and my net and my fire extinguisher and all that's up there. But I don't know, I ain't got too much more to do on this boat, but hopefully I can get a graph this year. This one's on its last life, man. I've been fishing a few times, the prop will go off. And this right here, as you can see, this little ear broke on it, I think 2 or 3 times while we're fishing. And it's very hard to control where the motor's going and turning once that thing breaks. But, you know, I don't know. For how cheap I got this boat, I love every bit of it. And it's came a long way, honestly. But I'll try to show you guys a picture of when I first got the boat. And one more thing, I'll show you the motor back here, what it looks like now. To mention, if you guys don't know what boat this is, it's a Tracker 1800 SS, which it's actually, I think, 17 feet 6 inches, but they call that 18 feet. But here's the motor to it. I got the old decals on it still, but the cowl on it was just completely whited out from all the sun it had gotten. And the lower end was pretty bad too, actually, but we ended up spray painting it. And it took a while to put painter's tape all around these little stickers and stuff, but it definitely turned out better than what it was. Still got some work to do. Maybe this summer I'll get a whole new decal set, but I'm getting ready to change the lower end door on it in a few days, and hopefully I will do a decent job on it. And I'll also put a picture of all the tournaments we're going to be doing this year, and between them two we're going to be fishing also, maybe trout fishing, but mostly in the summertime and the spring we'll be bass fishing. And I'll put a picture of all those tournaments in the video, so you guys will know when to expect the video. And that's pretty much it. This is my setup for the Bass Tractor 1800 FS.